It wouldn't be too bad with the Ags. It's kind of crazy. It can work. Gyrocopter with Diffusal as a support. You know, it's kind of crazy, but it can work. And I don't think you need to go that far. I think Naga alone with just Disperser is pretty happy. Solutions can come out on top. We'll see.
We shall. I do appreciate the you know, the theory crafting there, John, with the item builds. You know, always appreciate it. That's what we pay you the big bucks for. Hopefully, I'll never have to see an Aghanim Scepter Diffusal Blade puck in my games. Sounds ridiculous, to say the least.
Oh, you have to deal with Parasma Ags. Then you're... Well,
that's true.
Parasma Ags, Revenant's Brooch. With Revenant's Brooch changing as well, again, abilities that attack do not consume your mana. I can see that being viable. I don't know if it's going to deal with Dusa all too well, but it is a hell lot of damage if the game drags on.
And it is. And it certainly is. Shiro Jr., it looks like he wants to try and contest over the bottom boundary room, but realizes he probably cannot. Boom trying to ensure that the Naga illusion can't interfere with him taking the bounty away. And it's going to be a 2-for-2 trade on the boundary room. So a nice even start. We'll start off with the mid lane as per usual, where you'll see Shiro Jr. on the mid puck against Corden's mid Viper. Although I think Corden should still have somewhat of an advantage on the Viper, it's definitely a matchup that Shiro Jr. can now kind of work out with the puck.
Yeah, it's not as one-sided as a potential Timbersaw lane matchup, but it still certainly does feel a little bit easier for the Viper if you find a window to just walk up, poison attack. You can still work this your way. You do have to dodge out the Illusory Orb. That's where a lot of the trades for Shiro Jr. comes in. But otherwise, right-click harass is definitely way better for Corden. Already gets off those free hits, 5 stacks of poison attack. Shiro Jr., first few levels, it's not going to feel too good.
Nah. Needs a couple points in the phase shift at the very least, I think, to really be able to contest this. In our top lane, of course, Crystallis and Puppey against Cloud and Sweet and Strong. Puppey able to find Cloud's courier, but he does get the items off the courier before it does go down. One grenade thrown out from Puppey. He wants to continue. He's got the dispose back up, and Cloud's been caught with his pants down, though Puppey getting quite low himself, but the first blood will come out towards Crystallis. They will secure a very nice kill. All that bonus gold going the way of the carry Medusa.
Yeah, it always feels good. First few levels for Timbersaw, not the best, not that durable in lane. Might be a lane that you are forced to go for the reactive armor as well here for Cloud, so not going to have that burst potential to just jump in and follow through from Sweet and Strong. See how that lane develops later on. Of course, we're looking down bot with Cushy on that Naga farming up fairly well. Not too much pressure. A Centaur can fully pump out here early on. Really good spacing out from Respect as well. Just Flak getting some casual hits off. And Centaur also is a hero that doesn't really want to go into Retaliate to stop the harassment. You do want to go into your Hoof Stomp Double Edge to pressure out instead and get that farm. So not going to be able to stop the Jar from getting too much of what he wants in that lane and provide that spacing for our Naga when Cushy should be relatively safe. And you still have to respect Disruption into Hoof Stomp. Considering that the Naga has a lot of illusions around her every time, though, it can be a little bit rougher.
That it can. Sweet and Strong. He's going to go down at the top lane. Meanwhile, Respect down at bottom is being chased here by Boom and Eki. Respect, he'll Fairy Fire up, trying to survive all the damage output, and actually does make it out. Boom, he could not go any further. Did not want to sacrifice his own life to secure the kill onto the Gyrocopter. So Boom going to be left here with quite low HP, but does at least gets fed some tangos here from Eki. So he's going to be able to keep himself in this lane. Almost has enough as well for the Helm of the Iron Lord.
And once that helm is up, this Flak and harassment isn't going to feel as impactful. So that poking away, that distance being created here from Cushy shouldn't exist for too long. The top lane's the real one that's a little bit surprising for the side of one win. Just not lining up. These initial levels not feeling great. Cloud finally at level 3 with reactive can feel a little bit better. But Puppey's just been punishing him so hard with the dispose. Just not able to fully be close enough to Crystallis to pressure the mana pool. Still close enough to get damaged. Pretty good spacing out from Secret. Really good positioning to punish this double melee into the Dusa.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And Puppey's been doing a real damn good job of just finding the harassment and the angles to set up for Crystallis. Certainly has not been a very easy time at all up at this top lane for one win. And even Puppy now looking again onto Cloud, I think. Cloud's got level 1 chains, but the rebound is going to land. Puppy's got the dispose out. Cloud, he does get that level 1 chains off. He does make it out this time around. In the meantime, though, Respect down at bottom lane ends up going down to Boom here on the Centaur. Well, Team Secret certainly looking much more aggressive so far throughout this laning stage across the map.
Yeah, it's just down to the draft. Like, especially in this off lane for Boom, there's so much more play that can come in with this. Like, this combination of Naga Gyro, it can play, but you know, like, you're playing into a Centaur, you're not going to burst him down. There's always the save from the Shadow Demon as well. And their own setup here from Team Secret just is a lot more threatening. So, much more stable for them to take that position and take the initiative. The mid lane for Corden as well, starting to build up, has a slight level advantage over Chira Jr. Much healthier in mana as well. Should hit level 6 at a nice point. And, you know, just hold the lane. Start to think about rotations later on.
No, they do end up finding the Centaur eventually. Seems though Eki had kind of left the laning stage, just going for the bounty runes instead and trying to secure some water runes here. And does let his Centaur kind of just leave him alone to die down at that bottom. So not the greatest feeling here for Secret down at that off lane, but I won't matter too much, I don't think. Just TP right back to the laning phase and get back to that farm. See, Corden's top of the CS board right now on the Viper, having a fantastic time. Shura Jr. is not doing too bad considering the laning matchup he does have. But it's still not proving to be very easy. Which it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a Viper lane in the end. Still have to deal with all of that poison attack. Like, even copping him with corrosive skin doesn't feel amazing for Chira Jr. So it just makes it a little bit rougher. And the puck is the launching point here as well. If you're looking for connections onto top, more than likely playing with Cloud if he does manage to start to find that level 6 timing of himself. Start to play around that. Do appreciate the vision here from One Window. Some really good boards watching the mid-river just to ensure that they've got a really good shot at these power runes. Heck, they even rotate their supports in. That bottle needs to be topped up.
And it does. Can they get it though? And Puppy, he's going to be around to try and deny Shura Jr. Problem is Sweet and Strong. He's going to show up with a nice toss back. Power rune is down bottom, and Corden's going to be able to take it. So no luck here for Shura Jr. Corden getting lucky there with a nice double damage for himself. And that's just going to suck, really, for the puck. You know, sometimes you just hope for a little bit of RNG, and it just doesn't go out your way.
Yeah. Would have really wanted a way to just reel this back in from Corden. At very least, it's not something like a haste, which would allow an easy rotation to the side lanes. But that does mean you have to kind of watch yourself here on mid if you don't manage to dodge out. Still, after all of that excitement early on, just back to farming for both sides. 2-3, slight lead for Secret coming in. You are finding a really good start for Crystallis. One Cushy is not too far behind, though. But Boom, again, has taken more activity. His Veil of Discord shouldn't be too far out. Does look like he's prioritizing the phase boots first for the chase down. And they've managed to get some decent stacks going here with that Shadow Demon. One thing that we always look out for when this hero's in the pool. Try to be aggressive onto Boom.
They certainly are. Boom is going to have the assistance of Puppy, though. I mean, Puppy really just pops the sidekick on the Centaur, but that proves to be enough here to kind of let them know that he is around just in case he needed the help. Top lane, Corden's going to rotate onto Cloud. Cloud will cop the Viper Strike with a double damage output. It's going to be a lot of damage, but nice Timber Chain and TP away is going to allow the Timber an escape right out of this. And Corden doesn't really get much out of this double damage rotation. He's going to rotate right back into the mid lane. Maybe he runs into Sweden Strong. In fact, Sweden does go for the toss-back play on the Viper. They've even got Respect around the corner. Puppy's going to try to help out, but they've lost him. Corden is down already. Puppy now in danger to boot. He will get past the tier 1 tower. They are still trying to secure some form of a trade, but the Sweden Strong, he will wave them goodbye. And Corden, he is gone. That is not a very good feeling as a mid-Viper.
No, and that's where that rotation kind of hurts the side of Secret, right? It's enough space for Chira Jr. to soak in his own level spikes, hits level 7, reaches parity with a Viper, starts to be able to dish some damage, get that pivotal silence with a Waning Rift, prevent that output from being really leveraged here by Corden. Without the poison attack, Viper just doesn't feel like a great damage dealer. Pretty much just a range creep with a little bit of poison coming in from the passive. So good understanding out from the side of One Win Secret. It does hurt. Again, this is space coming out as well from Mancushi while Crystallis is farming. It is still rather even in terms of the game state. Like, all of this back and forth has led to a rather even outcome as we do exit the laning phase here. I think the next big thing is really just timings into early level 6 rotations. Like, Cheer Jr. is probably ready to go. He's got Dream Coil up again if he did decide to make a play. It's just going to focus on clearing out his own mid. And this is one thing with both lineups. They've got kind of mirrored lanes. You've got offlaners you could leave alone with the Timbersaw for 1 win and the Centaur for secret. So you can just AFK farm there, which means the safe laners can also just AFK farm. Mid is probably the launching point. And that's where we're seeing some of that attention, but trying to pin down the puck with your lineup in secret, not as easy as you'd think. Definitely a very difficult task, actually. 1 window. Starting to clump a little bit up top.
All right, Crystallis and Puppey seem to be aware that they are kind of hanging around this top lane. Eki has slowly started to rotate up. In case they need their help, the Sweden Strong is going to scout him out and does throw a bit of a cheeky avalanche. Respect has been noticed by Puppey. Puppey will just chase down the gyrocopter. Respect with a nice TP play out in the fog, but it won't matter. Puppey, very well aware that he was around the area. Puppey will secure the kill for himself, ensuring Roshan does not take it away from him. It's a bit of an awkward situation for 1win. I mean, they rotate 3 heroes up, they get nothing out of the rotations, and, well, eventually they do lose the support on top.
Rag's attention away from bot at the very least. Again, no one's trying to make moves onto Mancushi. He is still farming a little bit better than that Dusa, just marginally so. That does allow that ramp up you're looking for. And space as well for the puck, who probably doesn't need it. Again, very slippery, Cheery Jr. is, but did have that slower start, needs some room to just play the jungle. So that does lead to this rather passive playstyle. Mancushi is going to be able to scout out some of these stacks. They already did drop the sentry to hold off on building any more stacks in these large camps. So can at least take away some of these resources at the very least.
They can. Top lane, Cloud, gonna find Puppey. Problem is Corden will take his life. Another great trade here for Team Secret, and Corden this time around does get some kind of value out of this rotation up towards the top lane. This time you got to be a little bit concerned about the farm that Mancushi has been farming, but as Crystallis is keeping up very, very well here on the Medusa.
Oh, Eki.
Mid lane, jump is there. They found Eki. Both the hero and the courier. Puppey's going to try and rotate in, but I'm not really sure what you get done here as the Marcy on your own. Won't really find himself a target to dispose anyway. Still, lines have been drawn towards the bottom lane, which is exactly where 1win were headed. But Boom is playing rather defensively, so it doesn't seem like they're really going to have an opportunity to chase down the Centaur. Instead, 1win rotating slowly back into the mid lane, maybe looking to see if they can snipe Corden. Doesn't really seem like it. I mean, Corden's got plenty of backup right behind him. It's going to be a pretty hard kill to try and go for. 12-minute power runes is going to be bottom again. So Respect will be forced to take it. No luck for the puck. Or even Eki finding a disruption to Respect. Viper Strike will land. Are they going to have to follow up damage? It seems like with Exposed they will. Corden will pick up another. In fact, Eki too.
Just... you don't mind either way. Get some activity out for the Viper to soak up at the very least. This Mage Slayer time for Corden is lining up to be a really quick one. The front line Viper going to be very hard to burst down, even with, say, a blink timing here for Sweden Strong. Although...
Stampede popped. I mean, it's just for some Nagasaran illusions, I think. Maybe a little bit of confusion as to where the actual Nagasaran was, and they find out the hard way that Mancushi was not around the area. They are still in position to set up for the bottom tier 1 tower. Of course, the side of 1win, they've already taken the top tier 1, so they won't mind losing their bottom tier 1 too much. More TPs back into the mid tier 1 tower. But they want to try and apply some pressure onto Corden while they have a chance. Shura Jr. getting pretty deep, but can just jaunt away. Still, there is TPs incoming. Puppey wants to have a crack at this. He'll try for Respect, but misses the rebound.
There's a lot of skirmishing right now. You are starting to get some movement out from Cloud onto the mid. They've got some good deep wards here from OneWin to play off of.
Big avalanche out. Eki barely surviving with the disruption play for now, but Shura Jr. will secure the killers. Now a two-man Dream Coil, gonna lock a couple down. Boom's gonna jump in with a two-man Hoof Stop, trying to save the life of Puppey. But Puppey, oh, he's actually alive! Puppey is alive and out. Respect and Sweet and Strong both going down. They will lose Cordon. They will lose Boom. Chrysalis now trying to go up against the rest of the squad here of OneWin, but realizes he probably needs to get the hell out of there. Song will be used though. They will lock him down. They'll wait for the next ensnare. And eventually, disruption will come out from Eki to try and help out Crystallis, but it won't make all the difference. Cloud with a triple kill on the Timber. They'll even find Puppey in the end.
This is that sick timing of the Timbersaw. Kaya up. Veil of Discord flying out into the Eternal Shroud. Not much to be scared of for Cloud. Leaves that reactive armor in one level, more than enough to just sit through that lane. And starts to play with his team. This is that tempo you're looking for from the side of OneWin. They can start to cut into that farm for Crystallis. Again, these really good deep wards early on, just to spot out as well if they can kind of get these ganks going, preempting that tier 1 tower take. 10 to 8. OneWin all of a sudden 5k up off the back of that. Have some great timings to build into. Can start to consider the blink timings now for Chira Jr. and Sweden Strong. Just a little bit further away for Sweden Strong. Chira Jr. only about 400 gold away for his own. So that slippery puck can be even tougher to catch out. Your hard hold here from Secret, again, not quite there. In fact, the big concern for Secret is really these wider team fights. Like, sure, you could argue OneWin also kind of lacks like hard, wide control, but Avalanche has proven itself to be a very key part of that. Whereas for Boom, the Hoof Stomp, it's a little, it is dodgeable, right? Like, it's very telegraphed, even with a blink in. There is a window to just try to manta out or phase shift out for the Naga and for the puck. And after that, it's like Stampede. You don't have much follow-through control, whereas you've got the Song here at the very least. So they will find Cloud.
Disruption is going to ensure he cannot just chain away freely, though Cloud has another one available, but will never get it off. Eki will secure another kill. Onto Sweet and Strong. Puppey going to land with the rebound, and that'll be Sweet and Strong to join his off lane. They do leave him a little bit, but Puppey will take care of it. Just throw some hands at the Tiny. But even more now. Disruption onto Respect. Shura Jr. is right behind him. Seems like OneWin really just want to continue fighting, even though it is a 5v3 scenario. But Secret, they're the ones to retreat. Running out of spells, not wanting to fight any longer. They'll leave him being back in.
No need to push too hard here. They're not going to be able to find the objective off the back of it, unfortunately. They do have a good ward spotting all of this movement out from OneWin. They can kind of still set up for the punish. They are still sticking together for the most part here, scouting out nicely with these Marcy illusions from the disruption side of OneWin. They know they've got that opportunity here.
Mid lane, Coil is out. We'll catch the SD for a moment, but Eki will be survived here thanks to Puppey and his dispose. OneWin in a pretty strong position. 4k advantage their way, 17 minutes in. I mean, thing is that the split push of Team Secret is going to be a little bit annoying for them, as they are just trying to keep all the waves pushed out here. Boom's been doing a fantastic job of just keeping all the side lanes constantly forced in the way of the Radiant, as now they're going to find Sweet and Strong. Puppey's been very good at just securing pickoffs here along with Eki. Maybe looking towards the mid-tier 1 tower. I mean, it has been left standing for quite a while on Secret's end of things. So Chrysalis wants to try and make a very slow play towards the tier 1 mid. OneWin, I don't even know if you waste your time trying to defend this. I mean, you're already 18 minutes into the game. It's probably not even worth it.
It served its job. Side of Secret is all clumped up. Have that watcher to watch as well. And again, really good wards to watch these entrance points. Side of OneWin is across the other side to try, but tower is set to fall. They even out a little bit. But they are smoked. Looking for a long wrap around. Could have a good flank from the rear. See if they find it. I mean, they don't quite have Munkushi around with a song, though. It's going to have to be all in on Disperse, but they've got that blink on Sweden Strong and on Chira Jr., so isolating the target shouldn't be too hard. Corden would be a sweet one to find.
They are coming. They're heading in from the north. Dreamcall is out. They've caught Corden already. They'd love to start with the Viper. The toss back, but it doesn't break the coil. Still, he is gone. Corden is down. Puppy jumped in, trying to help out, but Puppy is going to get annihilated himself. At least they might find Sweden Strong on the Tiny, and they will. It's still not a great fight for Team Secret at all, as they are going to lose Eki. They're onto Boom now. Boom trying to TP away, will make it. Crystallis, he'll run the old-fashioned way. The song was committed here via Naga Siren, but Munkushi will find nothing. It seems like Crystallis will be able to just TP out, but Secret still lose 3. They only find Sweden Strong on the Tiny, and it's certainly not the kind of fight they were expecting, that's for sure.
No, certainly not. Big pickups for 1win, especially to accelerate into this timing where the puck's damage just scales up so much more. Harassment being built up now, right after that blink with a Witchblade up. And you've got a lot of room still to grow here. For Munkushi has that Orchid into the heart, so looking for that durability to keep that split push going. And you've got a little bit of room to start sieging onto the mid, although Secret are setting up for this.
Jump in again, Sweden Strong. He's going to find Corden. Corden is just down. Puppy now. The homing missile will land, but he does have the Glimmer Cape to protect himself, so he is going to be just fine on the Marcy. But the mid Viper is just kind of falling apart here, just not able to keep up with this game too. And a 1-win, they will continue just applying too much pressure.
That they are. Not able to fully commit onto the mid, but they've got an Invis rune on Chira Jr. Could look to be sneaky. Find something. They're also cutting off Crystallis from this triangle area to farm. Meanwhile, Munkushi's just eating up space top. Like, again, with 1-win, their movement in this game has been just on point. Playing around these wards really well, fighting across Munkushi after dragging him into a couple of fights. Just a perfect balance of farm and aggression. And Secret aren't able to respond just yet. It might boil down to this Viper timing being a little bit slower. Chira Jr.? Yeah, just playing poke.
Seeing if you could pick off the Marcy, but doesn't really waste too much time around the area. I mean, you certainly start to ask yourself what the Viper's going to do this game, right? Like it's been a while now. You know, we haven't really seen the most impact here from Corden at all. He's 2, 4, and 5, and sure, you still can become a powerhouse as you approach the late game. I know how much you love to remind me of that level 25 talent to become universal on the Viper, but do you even ever get there with the way this game's going? I don't know. I just don't know.
I think for the side of Secret, I don't know, it feels like you kind of want Puppy to scale, actually. Like, he is going full utility Marcy with that Glimmer Cape into the drums. But even something, say, just like a Basher, a Skull Basher, could help the cause here just a little bit. Help you have some follow-up control, help that Unleash be a threat with a BKB as well. But again, like, considering how Puppy's playing in this game, very sacrificial. Likely not to see that kind of timing. 1-win into Roche they go. They've got the output with Munkushi showing around. Not going to take too long to melt this. That'll also lead into, very nicely, this timing of the harassment for Chira Jr. He'll rip everyone apart with his output. Aegis left alone. Interesting choice.
With the way the game's going, they may just feel like they don't really need it. Here we go.
I always love that. I thought it was a Southeast Asian thing, you know? Like, I figured we've seen enough from that, from Southeast Asian teams leaving Cheese and Aegis. And Roche literally running right outside after. I'm sure Alphon had some traumatic moments with his team with that. Has happened too much for him.
Of course. Smoke out from 1-win.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
When we're looking towards that top tier 2 tower. Mid lane, oh, Corden. He's going to reveal himself there for a moment. Throwing the Nether Toxin onto the creep wave, but you've got to be so concerned about Sweden Strong. Jump is there. He's found the Viper again. Sweden Strong. They will disrupt. A very nice disruption, in fact, mid-coil break. Still, the Viper is in trouble, but does get locked down for now as they do move on to Munkushi, but Munkushi going to be okay to continue the fight. Crystallis does move in. Song's going to be expended. It seems as though 1-win do want to try and retreat out of here. They might just have to leave Cloud behind on the Timber because Cloud is dropping a little bit too low. He'll chain away for now, but does eventually go down as Team Secret. It's finding an advantageous team fight. Do rush on for more. It's like Respect. He's going to have to be left behind. Sweden Strong trying to help him out with an avalanche, but it is not going to make the difference. Still one win. Moving in again here with Mankushi, but they will leave.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too much output. And that burst is all down to trying to play with that coil and the toss back from Sweden Strong. No coil to try to break, provide that initial control. Great saves, great positioning from the side of Secret, just being far enough with the disruption. Does provide some opening. Still trying to go.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Why, Puppy?
Break just...
Why? Why did he do that, John? Sweden Strong.
Oh, no.
Eki gonna get caught out. He's gonna disrupt for now. Maybe a bit of a bait because Mankushi's dropping quite low now, but he's gonna mat off all the damage. Continues moving in. Still has the Aegis up. Really wants Eki down. Not gonna quite get him, but Shira Jr. will. Aegis is gone. Secret. They'll keep fighting. They'll try to get some kind of advantage in this fight. It is a 5v4 though. They'll buy back on Eki. There goes Puppy. Now Corden in trouble. Corden, he'll get the Hurricane Pike off in the Naga Siren, but does need to retreat. And the buyback from Eki, it doesn't really seem like it's going to amount to anything.
No, it doesn't. And that's all off the back of just the dispos. Like not having Boom around for a little bit of a reset, not having that utility of the Lotus Orb cost him. Maybe he didn't figure that Boom would die to Parasmatic, I feel like. It is a lot of damage. You know, Puck's right click is big. Puck has a lot of int for that burn. That's just going to get worse as the game goes on, but there's those small decisions you make, Mikey, can have some impact. I'm sure, you know, he figured they would try to dive, try to clean up, but not completely necessary. It happens.
It does.
Kind of funny though, still.
It certainly was. The Puppy might have been just memeing there for a second, just like screw this guy. Here you go. What can you do? 5k advantage. I mean, it still feels like anyone's game. In fact, Secret do have the win probability going their way, so they are still apparently in control of this game, number 2. Shura Jr. chipping away once again at Corden. Corden is going to be just fine. Mankushi is eventually going to be able to go for the disperser. He has waited quite a while though, going for the Bloodthorn first, as they are going to jump in again. Seems like they have found Corden another time, though Corden's still not dead. Will survive a little bit longer thanks to the Glimmer Cape, and in fact will survive a lot longer. There's one win. They are not going to continue pursuing for the fight. So much emphasis though, every single team fight. Just trying to blow up the Viper is exactly what one win wants.
It does make sense. The Viper in a prolonged fight, all the poison attack stacks, with how much he's dealing with corrosive skin back, just copying some damage every now and again does make it really hard to take these engagements. And you want to remove that threat of break as well. That just ruins the game for Cloud. It is a priority target, but not an easy one to go for with max corrosive skin, with a Mage Slayer up. Definitely not something you can burst down too quickly, as one win is learning at this moment, committing quite a fair bit for that movement out. Song does isolate Boom though.
Boom. Not much you can do about it. He'll pop the Stampede, he'll pop the Lotus Orb, just try to run. But the chase is on, and he is almost certainly just going to die, as Mankushi will take another kill here on the Naga Siren. Now 4-0-4 on the Naga. It does buy time for the Butterfly to be completed here on Chrysalis release, so more items coming on the Medusa, but a one win continuing to apply the pressure. And again, at some stage the Naga Siren is going to be a bit of a concern, I think, for the Medusa. The Disperser is now being worked on. That's the key timing you're looking for the Naga.
Pretty much it. You've got the full Bloodthorn as well to kind of take care of that Butterfly as well from Chrysalis. Want to point out, Shira Jr., the Parasma did 400 damage over 4 ticks on that Centaur. That was majority of Shira Jr.'s damage. This item is crazy. It costs so much, but that investment pays off. Oh, even just the bonus, it doesn't matter. Like, this burn damage is ridiculous. And imagine that when you have something like your full Ags up. and it applies independently for some reason.
Double damage room going to be spotted out as well here for 1win. I think the Mankushi, yeah, he's going to spot it out. No one's going to take it though. They'll leave it for now. Instead, Team Secret. Let Mankushi, they'll try and Respect first. Respect does get blown up, but Mankushi, he's just going to pop the song and run. Stampede is there though. The chase is on. They really want the Naga Siren. They are still very, very far away though. And it doesn't seem like they're quite interested in venturing into that Radiant Triangle quite yet. They could still catch Cloud, however. Cloud's still running back towards his tier 1 tower at the top lane. They'll get it disposed of. Cloud being caught. He's a tanky boy though. He'll chain away a 3-man avalanche coming up from Sweet and Strong. Now the toss into the Naga. Then she just gets tossed right back his way. The Lotus Orb making it so Mankushi could not stay within that fight. Team Secret, not the fight they wanted. They need to escape now because Mankushi's on the chase. Chrysalis is going to be the target. They've got the Diffusal Blade now available. Seems like nobody will get caught.
This is an opening for Secret though. Without that Stampede, no easy disengage for them to take this fight. Dream Coil is down as well. You've got enough control if Sweet and Strong can find a right target to isolate. Still, just gonna go across the map, play down bot. Shira Jr. just playing tag. Very slippery puck. Almost has that full Octarine as well. Gonna be even harder to pin down. Good swipe on the regen here by Puppy, but Shira Jr. is too quick for that stun from Boom. And again, this is the issue you'll have with a puck. Your stuns are so telegraphed. Rebound, hoof stomp, it's just too slow. The puck will always be able to have a window to just not get caught out.
Bottom lane, Cord and Chrysalis. The gang, they are moving down through this bottom. Now, Roshan is available, keep in mind, so both sides obviously want control of this area. A big smoke wraparound here from 1win. Obviously, they're probably looking right towards Corden again on the Viper, though Corden hiding in the tree line, not giving away his position quite yet. 1win hoping that Secret do move into their vision. The Secret instead are continuing to stay on the right side of that bottom lane. All they care about is the Roshan attempt. Shira gonna have his smoke broken. Will move with the orb to try and scout out and get some vision here for his side, but we'll find nothing. Counter smoke now from Team Secret. They've got their own vision down on the right side of that bot lane.
It's a good spot to camp. Cuts off this angle from 1win. Roshan, they're still gonna be able to sneak away with it.
They are. I mean, you say that Roshan still got a while away to be taken down, but 1win, they certainly have the chance to try and move in and contest this if they are aware that it's happening. The orb should give the info they require. Roshan is gone though. They actually do just sneak away with it as Sweet and Strong was unable to steal. Corden already dropping quite low on the Viper. Half HP being removed, though he's still looking for the fight with the Aegis advantage they do have. Song will be popped by Mankushi. He'll hold everyone together on the Radiant end of things. As now Shira Jr. moving back in with a 3-man coil, and they are just getting ripped apart. Cloud having too much damage. Chrysalis still trying, but he's completely out of mana now. Mankushi might be able to look towards the Medusa, but keep in mind the Aegis is still up. So Chrysalis happy to give one life away. Will die the first time. Now Boom in danger. Boom being caught here by Cloud is getting just torn a new one as he does go down. They'll move on to Mankushi again with the secondary life of Chrysalis. They will try. Mankushi turning back with the silencer. They'll hold down the Medusa, and Crystallis, he is just completely surrounded. 1win, even with the Aegis disadvantage, they make the team fight work. It's going to feel real bad for Secret. They were the ones trying to be aggressive. But the Dream Coil with the Whirling Death coming out from Cloud, that's where it all started to go really wrong.
Yeah, and it's really patient for Shira Jr. to even find that angle with that coil. Really good clump up spot. Everyone's trying to chase into that ramp area. Way too isolated. You can't deal with these Nagalutions. I like that itemization in Chrysalis. He goes for the Maelstrom just to have some AoE clear. It's just not enough with how tanky you are now. With that full Heart Thrask going into his own Butterfly here from Mankushi. Once that butterfly is up, you're going to have to swap something out. Maybe just depend on those lightning procs pierce through evasion, but doesn't feel consistent enough. When Cushy will always be standing strong. I think the big difference is really just how much impact are you really expecting from Corden here. Right, like maybe if Corden had something like the Ags with a nosedive, with that little bit of disarm, a little bit of utility, you could start to make it uncomfy for Cushy to actually utilize the illusions, try to get his right clicks off, but we don't have that itemization here for Corden. It's even if he was thinking of Ags, it's going to be a long way away till that's up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Team Secret now, they have lost the advantage officially. 76% win probability the way of one win. Tough times here for Secret. They're back on their high ground. What's Puppy farming for? Looks like it's just another Lotus Orb for him. Obviously, you are still up against a Medusa Viper. Like, pushing high ground, still going to be pretty hard to get done without a good team fight your way. You do still have Sweet and Strong of the Tiny, though, to be fair, so the toss-back plays are there. But it's still going to be very hard. Like, against the Viper and the Medusa, the high ground attempts are not going to be too easy.
Yeah, that should lead to them waiting for the next rush on one win. So what, 5 minutes of just controlling the map, maybe looking for some pickoffs if someone oversteps. Again, the vision game from one win, really good, covering right below the high ground, and still in the triangle. So anyone peeking out for some farm will get punished nicely here from the side of one win. One win still have a lot of room to grow, even if this is just farm pure. They will out-farm Secret, having access to this entire map. Going for the site of Vice now on Cloud.
Oh,
that axe we're talking about here. Oh.
Stampede's going to save him. Sweet and Strong. Or they'll pop the song. It won't really matter, though. He is down. The tossback was out onto Crystallis, but they had the Stampede to save, and he had the Disperser anyway. This time around, the tossback play is not going to be quite enough.
Yeah, that does force Stampede. Not the longest cooldown at this point, at the very least. Cheery Jr.
Oh, they're going for more. Cheery Jr. still just kind of chipping away at Corden. It's kind of the thing with the puck, like, Shiro Jr. is going to have the Aghanim Scepter up in 1.2k gold, and, well, then the fun begins. You know what you've wanted, John. You've been talking about it over and over again. You get another puck, Parasma, Aghanim Scepter builder.
It's disgusting. It's revolting just how much damage this is. You even have your nice little Whisper of the Dread as well. So, a little bit more damage coming out. Like, this thing is just nuts. I wonder if Cheer Jr. will opt for a Divine or consider something like something safer like a Revenant's Rooch. If you really want the damage, I think that would be the safer route to go. But, you know, again, we've seen Puck Divine just win games. We're not at that point yet where I think Cheer Jr. should be thinking about that, but certainly is a possibility for sure.
I mean, he hasn't died yet, so it's kind of like you are on the perfect game right now for the Puck, so you know, you've got an argument for it, John. He hasn't died. What other argument do you require if you want to pick a Divine Rapier? Like, guys, I haven't died yet. Why not? Why can't I take this item?
I mean, at some point, you know, someone's going to pick up Side of Vice. Corden's queuing one up.
I'm
so that
sold,
could be
John.
some good punish.
Hey, he's sold.
Let's see. Let's see. Still
that
ways
Ancient
off from
Guardian
that side
you love as
anyway.
well.
What an item.
Even
50 damage
just
plus 50.
The plus 50 alone is enough to take it. I'm not sure why the passive exists even.
Yeah, and it's like of any ancient as well, right? Within 2,000 range of an ancient. Even though you're not protecting that other ancient, you're still going to get the buff.
Oh, they've got Crystallis again. Coil is going to snap. Sweet and Strong is in. He's out of mana, and he's gone. Just happens that quickly. Yeah, the damage shot. It happened real quick. Crystallis will buy back. Immediate retreat here from one win. They do not give a crap.
That's such a huge opening. Sure, you can't quite high ground with a buyback, but can start to set up for that next Roach minute and a half. You've got a window where no buyback is available for Crystallis. If he oversteps, I mean, they spot him with these wards. Again, really good wards to play around here for 1-win to punish. They've got their openings. Just a really great Ags reveal coming in there from Chira Jr. Just that machine gun damage is so strong. It's insane.
Jump in again. Chira Jr. just able to consistently jump in and just get so much information for his team. There's going to be a smoke out from Team Secret trying to capitalize on some kind of surprise reveal as they do jump in onto the Naga Siren. A big avalanche though from Sweet and Strong to save the Naga for now. So he does get the Manta off though. Can he survive? Not quite. The Song does get committed, but Mankushi is down. Team Secret even taking down Sweet and Strong. And that's a big one. You've got the Naga Siren gone now. You can try to make some plays across the map here for Secret.
Yeah, they needed to find something with this buyback from Crystallis. They can opt to shove out their lanes, repair the state of the map, line up for that next Roshan. Gonna be mainly in the day. It's more than likely in day unless it's an instant spawn here on the timer. We shall see. Side of 1 window, as long as Chira Jr. is alive, well, guess what? He can just constantly skip the creep waves. And that's exactly what he's gonna do here. No care in the world. Prevent any sort of push. Mid will still happen, at the very least. So you find something for your effort here. Roshan, unfortunately, a longer timer. 2.5 minutes. They can still try to set up for that. Like, that's something 1-win's going to be looking at as well for making any moves forward. The issue is still going to be Chira Jr. until that side of ice is formed up by Corden. And this puck is just unstoppable. Sure, you kill everyone else. If Chira Jr. is alive, you'll cut your waves, stall this game, buy some time, and equalize.
Radiant are scanning.
Secret. Happy to just be outside the base right now, I think. It'll be a double damage rune picked up here by Crystallis, so see what he can get done with this. There's going to be a smoke out from 1-win. BKB now available on the Medusa as well. She's going to be feeling a lot safer in these fights. Oh, Mankushi could run right into Corden. Corden sticking around for the Watcher will not be punished. Mankushi looking to go into that dire triangle. Secret are currently hanging around the area. Crystal is still with the double damage rune active for quite a bit more time. They will eventually see it, so probably happy to back off for now and just wait that one out. It is just about to expire now. 1-win. Would love to make a big jump in. Keep in mind the 9-second BKB charge is available. They'll get the coil off onto only one, and it was onto the Shadow Demon. So not the biggest coil in the world. Song to be committed to try and disengage perhaps. Shira, he will eventually take care of Eki, but Eki will buy back. That's pretty much it. Another buyback committed, and 1-win will retreat.
Ice in time. 40 seconds till the Roche. Good opportunity for 1-win. Just line up for it down bot. With the buybacks, this is a risky maneuver out from Secret. If Crystal is false, won't have buyback for 4 minutes. It's kind of do or die. This their next Roche falls to 1-win. They've got that high ground opportunity. This damage output coming in from a puck is just ridiculous. Need to find a way to stop Chira Jr. It's either you drag him away with that same move Eki did, drag the attention away from everyone else, or you get that hard control. Which again, Corden could have enough gold now, not quite. Still needs 80 gold. But the Sight of Ice, if they're patient here, they time this right, they'll have the Sight of Ice on Corden. Catch out Chira Jr. This falls apart for 1-win.
That could be massive. But he does have the gold now. He does buy the tiara. Sight device is now officially online for Corden.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They'll see Crystallis, but he's not the easiest target to burst down, especially with that 9-second charge in the BKB. Crystallis going to find Chira Jr. in just a moment, but we'll find Naga Illusion's first effect. They do jump in, but the Hex is out immediately. Corden, just no hesitation, finds the puck, but the Song is going to save, allowing Chira Jr. a way out. Still Sweet and Strong may go down, and it seems like he will. They'll find at least a tiny, but the buyback is out. So another 5v5 to be had. They know about the Sight device now on court. No more surprise reveals here from the Vipers. Caught. Gonna get jumped immediately by some Naga illusions. In goes Cloud, trying to burst him down. Coil committed. The Viper in trouble. The Viper is down. No buyback available. He spent all on the side device. They'll at least find Respect as a trade, but Respect's gonna buy back. Shira, again, jumping in onto the SD. Will not find Eki quite yet, but he just continues to make all kinds of chaos throughout the fight. As now the jump is there. They found the Medusa. Crystallis is gone. No buyback available. He's down for almost 2 minutes. Eki will barely get his way out. But can OneWin go for the higher ground now, or do you just prefer Roshan?
Looks like they'll rush down. This is the right call.
You've
No
got to know
buyback.
there's no buyback.
Yeah, he's spent on that side of ice. They know. They've got that opening only half a minute, but the key thing is just no Crystallis for a full 80 seconds. No buyback, still a dieback duration for him. High ground is not going to take too long with his damage output coming out from Winkushi. They could go for the end game. Force out the Fortify as well. No refresh as the tier 3 fell up top from Chira Jr. pushing solo. So that was all in. Secret. Like that had to work. That side of ice had to catch out Chira Jr. Chira Jr. even uncues the Lincolns. Goes back for Mjolnir. Recognizes, you know what? We could just throw Cloud in first. Then side of ice is gone and I'm still alive.
Why not just buy Divine John? He still has this play. I mean, this part. Shira Jr. showing off. You said this guy's someone we have to kind of keep an eye out for, and I'll tell you, like, every game we've seen, win or lose, he has been popping off.
And he has. This is probably the cleanest game we've seen from him yet. He is going for a full Mjolnir, though. I want the Divine now. You know, if he's going to close it out in style, Divine's very stylish, of course. They can fall back for the Roshan here on the side of OneWin. Secret. And there's not much he can do. Up against Megas, their clear is all on that Dusa. Can't really dip outside her base. Free Ags to come out here as well. Could hand that easily onto Cloud. Gonna have some problems. Does feel like there's one fight left here.
Come on, boys. Shira does take. I mean, one fight is probably about right, John. I mean, unless they win the next one, Team Secret pretty much almost guaranteed to be out of this game too. They've got buyback on Crystallis in 15 seconds, but he needs the gold. Still about 600 gold short. Queued up the Divine Rapier already, but it's going to be a long way till he has that gold for the Divine. And even then, I'm just not sure if it's going to make the difference, because once they've taken out a couple heroes, the Medusa just melts. She's just a sitting duck.
Yeah. Just not enough durability. Chira Jr. already playing poke here. And I mean, I know, like it's rough, right? Like your issues are how disruptive this Puck and Timbersaw are. Your lineup, its hard control is not fast enough. You're working onto your secondary side of Vice now on Eki, if you could find that. Again, it's a bit of a pipe dream at this point. It just doesn't feel like you've got enough. Like Puppy trying with a rebound sometimes catches out. Again, very telegraphed. Boom, hoof stomp, very telegraphed. This Naga Siren's just too damn durable. The illusions really hurt if they're allowed to just be on top. Although, Chira Jr.
Oh, Shira.
Oh.
Will this be the first time? I mean, he does have the Aegis, to be fair, so it's not really a death yet. He will lose the Aegis. A nice start for Team Secret. And OneWin. They're sticking around. Not backing off quite yet. Without the Aegis up now, I mean, you might be kind of second-guessing yourself here if you are OneWin. Retreat. Yeah. They'll pay respect to Team Secret, even with a 30k advantage. No need to rush the game. No need to give them an opportunity back into the game. But the Mega Creeps, I mean, they're not going to necessarily do too much here. Against the Medusa, Viper, and Centaur, you've still got some great defense.
And you do. You've got the turret online, full Mjolnir, sitting for Crystallis. So he's got some steady clear. But you also can't stop these Naga illusions from just shoving in. You have no leeway outside the base. OneWin just has to be maybe patient, look for Secret to slip up. And they've got complete control of the map at the moment. Gonna take a free Tormentor as well. They eat the cheese to keep Respect alive. So no cheese now as well. Sweden strong taking try. I'm not sure that's worthwhile. That might be a little silly.
Yeah. May. Probably. almost definitely. But, you know, it's happened now. You know, your dream of the 60-minute game, John, it might actually happen at this stage, by the way. And I know you said that in game 1, but it is still a Medusa in game 2 that you've got here, John.
Unwavering condition. I don't know. I don't know if that fully helps Crystallis.
Probably.
To be fair, it's 1,000 more HP. He doesn't have stats, so it's a huge boon on actual HP.
I don't know if HG's really on the top though. Boom. Gonna be okay. The toss back did not break the coil. Swedenstrong just trying to TP out. Will make. There is enough gold now for a Divine Rapier on Crystallis if he does want it. He will not have enough for buyback though if he does purchase. So it seems like he's just gonna hold out. Maybe just try to slowly get the courier towards the secret shop, but
I mean, he has
Divine
to wait.
Yeah.
The courier's still dead anyway. It's like a full minute. The Divine does feel necessary, but what do you slot out as well? That's the question for Crystallis. I guess the Arcane Boots is your best bet.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It doesn't feel comfy right now for Crystallis. Like that move speed. I suppose you can just rely on Stampede, but afterwards you're really just literally a tower at that point. You're not going to be able to reach out the way you'd want to. You're not going to be able to run away from these Naga illusions, relying mainly on the Disperser. And we've seen how much damage these Naga illusions can do when they just sit on top of you. Like Corden melts when those illusions touch him. So a lot to be concerned about. Chira Jr. does opt for the Lincolns after dying the one time, so does want a safety net for himself, which is fair. Going into the Daedalus next, which is also fair. Or damage. Always good.
Jump in. Oh, they've got Chrysalis again. Swedenstrong has found him once again, but Chrysalis, he does BKB and get the hell out of there. Song is popped. Mankushi, they've got 4 heroes. The only survivor so far is the Medusa. Secret, they have been caught. They will lose.
The Divine's there.
The Divine is up. He's got the Divine and the Medusa, but Chrysalis needs to be able to survive and actually sit there and hit people for it to really matter. It's Cloud. He's on a Eki. Eki is going to go down. It seems as though Puppey will be following him very, very shortly. They'll buy back on everyone that they can. Corden's back into the team fight. Chrysalis is desperately trying to hit people, but there's really no damage. Even with the Divine Rapier up, he's not doing anything. Corden in trouble now. Corden's going to get ensnared up. Boom will jump in to try and help out, but Corden is down. An immediate dieback on the Viper. Boom will follow. He will buy back on the Centaur to try and help out in this defense. In goes the Medusa again. But Chrysalis, and now he is doing damage.
Chira?
He's found Chira Jr., but Chira, he'll be able to orb away. He's still not down. Back onto the Medusa. Chrysalis is gone. He'll buy it back, but he's got no Divine Rapier. It's just on the deck. Chira Jr. will take it. There you go, John. He doesn't need to buy his own one. He'll pick one up. And that's it. Game 2.